you.
Good morning and welcome to the March 2021 residents meeting. At this time, I'm going to ask Don Jones to give the invocation.
Thank you. Shall we pray? Almighty God, we thank you for the privilege to come together today. We thank you for the gift of knowledge and the gift of listening, that we might find the wisdom and the knowledge of others as we are able to share our feelings and the gifts that we have. May we also have the gift of patience and of listening, that we may learn from the wisdom of others and to learn that this is the gift that God has given us. And so in this spirit, you give us patience and love. In thy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don. At this point, I would like to give the floor to the secretary to report on the minutes.
Thank you, Catherine. Madam President, the Westminster Village Residents Association meeting minutes dated February 9th, 2021 have been duly transcribed and distributed. There has been a correction made in the treasurer's report. The sentence reading a total of $170,200 was given for the 2020 Employees Gift Fund has been corrected to read a total of $170,200 was distributed in December to the employees from the Employees Gift Fund.
You want to make a motion?
I did on the beginning.
Oh, I was just checking to see if she made a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the minutes have been approved as corrected. At this time, I would like to ask for the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Catherine. Well, it was kind of a quiet month for the Treasury. We had one deposit in the amount of $50 to the Employees Gift Fund. And we started, let me back up. We started on February 1st, 2021 with a balance of $9,151.33. There was the one deposit of $50 to the Employees Gift Fund, and we ended on February 28th, 2021 with a balance of $9,201.33. And that is composed of the Employees Gift Fund, $4,732.78, the Caring Lenders Fund of $4,468.55, for a total of $9,201.33. And that's it. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to go and have all of the committees give their reports, and I'm going to let each committee chairman introduce themselves when they give their report, instead of passing the microphone around all the time.
Okay. Good morning, I'm Carolyn Mendoza. I'm the chairman of the Activities Committee. The Activities Committee met yesterday morning, and we're excited that we have now started small group in-person activities again. Painting, bocce ball, crafts, etc. And you do still need to wear your mask when you attend these activities, but it's nice to be able to get back together again for some of those things. During this time, if you are quarantined or not ready to join these in-person things, if you contact Krista at 2163, she will be able to deliver some of these craft activities to your apartment so you can still participate. The Thursday concert time has been changed to 4 p.m. That was a suggestion from several residents who felt the other time interfered with their dinner hour. We're once again offering field trips for 2 people at a time in a van. There won't be any stops on these trips, so you'll need to plan accordingly for that. They're going to try to have 3 destinations to choose from, 2 hopefully to see wildflowers, and 1 city sites. And the forms for doing these tours can be found in the K lobby. The Olympics start on March 15th. Most of the activities for that and games are still being decided. They're waiting back, activities is waiting to see how many people will be allowed to be together before they make final decisions about these activities. Opening and closing ceremonies will be filmed and put on Channel 22. It'll be shown prior to the opening barbecue. The games, again, that are going to be allowed are still being decided, and hopefully those decisions will be made by today. And billiards will be one of the activities that will be allowed, which is popular with the Min residents. As Bernie said, the salon will be hiring a second stylist now, and they will start seeing Wyrick healthcare patients on March 15th. And there'll also be a new nail tech. That's all. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Sandra Harris, Chairperson of Dining Services. And at our meeting last week, we were very happy to find out that for reservations, we can make them anytime in advance. We're not limited to the 24-hour advance reservations, but 365 days a year, you can make your reservations in advance, and we're very pleased about that. Donnelly's and Jayhawk will be having the happy hours on both Friday and Saturdays from 3 to 7. There will no longer be the Donnelly's delivery dinners, but the Donnelly's and Jayhawk will have the happy hours 2 days instead of just 1. The Olympics are this month. On March 9th, the opening ceremonies, we're going to have a barbecue lunch in Dining Services. And for the closing ceremonies on March 19th, we'll have a dinner. So you can make your reservations for those whenever you're ready. We're still having tables for 4 at this time. The Dining Services Committee suggested having a community table like we used to, and so we now have a community table if you want to make some new friends or don't have a partner that night and would like to walk in or call about the community table, you can certainly do that. We have a new manager in the Garden Cafe. His name is Tony Ramola, and we certainly welcome him to the Westminster Village family. If you haven't met him, be sure to introduce yourself to Tony. And we have a new dietitian, Leanne Kinney. She is the manager of nutrition for Wyrick and assisted living, but she can help any of us by appointment if you would like a consultation. If you are pre-diabetic or diabetic, or you've gained a little weight during this COVID year, Leanne would be available for a consultation. So that brings you up to date on Dining Services this month.
Hi everybody, I'm Joanne Benzer, and I am chairman of the Health Services Committee. Again, very, very honored to be in that position here at Westminster Village. I was handed something that I was told was the most important thing that I should say today. I want to show you this card, and I know you probably can't see what it is exactly, but it is a copy, or it is an actual copy of your vaccination information. So if you remember those little pieces of paper that you were given that you were supposed to keep and show everywhere you went going forward, well, Westminster Village is offering to laminate that information for you and have a nice little laminated card for you. So if you have interest in having one of these, call Kathy McDaniel in Home Health, and she'll put you on the list to get that taken care of for you. Not immediately, it might take a few days to do, because once again, we had nearly 100% participation in the vaccination clinic. If you count in all of independent living, Sackton Assisted, and Wyrick. That is absolutely amazing. It beats everybody in the valley and really at the top of the list nationwide. So congratulations to, I think, all of us who helped make that happen and to spread the word and encourage our neighbors to do that. So remember, if you'd like one of these, call Kathy McDaniel in Home Health. Regarding the broader information from Health Services, I'm going to start out with information that Todd provided to us. Todd, as you all know, is our Vice President of Health Services, and we're very fortunate to have him here, and I feel fortunate to work with Todd in this capacity. Last month, some residents expressed interest in having a way of better sharing personal information with one another here at Westminster. And in considering that and thinking it through over the month, Todd really recommends that we all take on that responsibility ourselves. He highly recommends that if we don't have one, to create a POA, make sure that power of attorney, make sure your power of attorney is here on file at Westminster Village. If you need assistance with the creation of a power of attorney, staff would be happy to help. So just contact Health Services if that is of interest to you, you don't have one yet, and want to create a power of attorney. But Todd really recommends that that's probably the best way to proceed with that particular request. If you desire on your own to have other people know about your medical wishes or where you're going or whatever is happening in your life on any given day, that you create that information chain on your own. That's, again, he recommends that being the best way to get that particular task done. Regarding key initiatives in Health Services, and the one regarding reorganization of staff, which is very, very high on his list to complete, one we're ready to announce now, and that's that Madge from Home Health is going into the position of Director of Sackton Assisted Living. Congratulations, Madge. We're all very excited for you. Madge is in the process of getting through the licensing issues and whatever is necessary to be in that position. Once she's, and while she's doing that and after she's in place, Mike Calderon, who's there right now, will be assisting her getting into her position. So again, let's all, if you see Madge, let's congratulate her. It's a wonderful new position. As I understand it, that's the third position in the home services area that she's had since she's been here at Westminster. The other key initiative is relicensure and the remodel of Wyrick. Everything's going to hang on the relicensure for right now, getting all of that in place as it stands, but also using that as the basis for whatever remodeling is going to take the first phase, because there are issues regarding the structure of Wyrick and so on that deals with the licensure. So there'll be kind of two phases of remodeling at Wyrick. Moving on to Sackton, Michael Calderon, who I just mentioned is there in an interim capacity, reports that there were 3 move-ins to assisted living this past month. He expects 3 more next month, so we'll be at a total of 19 and closely achieving 100% occupancy, which was a goal set. So thanks, Michael, and I've heard from 2 of those people who have recently moved in, and boy, they really love living up there in Sackton, so we're happy for them. There's a new employee at Sackton. He's a new caregiver. His name is Kwame Stewart. So we've got a new person to welcome there. He's had 6 years of service in serving seniors, so he's that isn't new to the field, and people are really loving him up there. Michael mentions that it's really exciting to begin to be able to move with other departments and to go through the protocols and normal protocols here at Westminster Village. So as things open up, they really feel it in their positions as well, and the staff do. At Wyrick, Donna Douche reports again, I'm not sure I mentioned it for sure last time, but there was 100% participation at Wyrick in the vaccination program. New staff there that they're really excited about come from the Assistance of the Activities Department. Ben, Sarah, and Charlie are now responsible for the activities over at Wyrick. And boy, I guess they're really enjoying their new staff and being able to get out of their apartments and to participate in those activities. The dining room over at Wyrick opened up. Again, something that they're very, very excited about. And the employees are happy to see the barriers come down. You know, the walls, the barriers, the visible and invisible ones that have existed for many of those people for their duration here at Wyrick. Madge, again, congratulations, Madge, reported that yesterday's vaccination clinic was the third and final. And once again, we are one of the stars nationwide on that. The other thing that she wanted me to report on is the incidence report of people going on an emergency basis for dehydration. Dehydration in Arizona is a #1 issue. What I learned is that as we age, we need it more, and we don't realize that we are as thirsty as when we were younger. I never knew that either. So I thought that was pretty interesting news. Stay with your water. I can't grab mine right now because my hands are full, but I do have one. Everybody it's right sitting right here next to me. I always have it, and I really encourage all of you to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water during the day. Summit, Lindsay reported that there are 38 people currently in PT and OT, me being one of them, and I love the staff at Summit and Home Health. They've made such a difference in my life lately, and you won't believe it if you're ever in a situation to need their help because they're terrific. And that's my report for health services. Thanks very much.
Hi, my name is Eleanor Fredrickson, and I am your council chair for Marketing, Communications, and Administration. Kathy McCullough reported that we have 4 apartments being moved into this month. In April, May, and June, 7 more apartments will be occupied. We currently have 5 vacant apartments and several of them that have yet to be cleaned out. So we have apartments getting ready, construction people are busy. Susan and Tina are busy selling and helping to vacate the other available apartments. We hope to have our ambassadors meeting resume in April. There are plans to resume tours, sorry, for future residents by the end of this month. Marketing has had many requests for tours, and so we continue to keep our list of future residents high because we find that people are now looking to the future, and they're also being very specific in saying the size apartment they want, the specific floor, and a view. We continue to sell only Life Care memberships. Ad campaigns are planned for Phoenix Magazine and Lifestyle Media, and our new resident directory is available from the post office. Tom Winkleman reported that a project manager has been hired to help bring our software up to date, and this person will also help us get started with the remodeling of Wyrick. Leslie Midcap and Tom Winkleman together reported on the foundation. The website has been updated to reflect Westminster Village and its fundraising, with no more references to foundation. Fundraising will continue as before for resident assistance, employee scholarships, and special projects. The board assigned a foundation transition task force, and you can read more about that in your minutes and watch for further information regarding changes. In February, a campaign was designated as the Month of Love, asking for one-time or monthly donations to our foundation. Consider setting up reoccurring donations through payroll. Once you reach a cumulative $1,000, your name goes up in the lobby. Our gala will be canceled this year, and we look forward to this wonderful event happening next year when we can, we hope, be in a large group together. Kim Evenson reported for communications. You're encouraged to use Westminster Village Facebook, and please send feedback to her. She needs to know what things you would like to see on Facebook. Our resident council will meet in April with restricted seating, and we will also continue our video, so you may watch it on channel 22. Weekly COVID updates and Let's Talk to You on YouTube is moving to every other Thursday. Garth Began reported our check protection loan has been forgiven. This means that Garth did a really great job in using the dollars for specific use at Westminster Village. Thank you, Garth. The audit is not yet complete. There should be no problem, but it's been delayed because of the COVID. Ann Kurla reported that Holiday Inn at Scottsdale Airport will offer special rates for Westminster families when coming to visit. She's also working on other hotels for discounts. Currently, we are not allowing families to occupy our guest suites. And our tech people have been really busy. Is it true, Anna, that it's 470 work orders since January? Derek, Spencer, and Anna, we thank you.
Hi, I'm Bernie Curry, Chair of the Plan Ops Committee, and this past week Mike Charles reported that the second phase of the artificial turf installation in the cul-de-sac has been completed and looks pretty good. And that all lights on all of the ponds have been replaced and repaired and are operating as of today. Can't guarantee tomorrow. You know, I've tried to keep a light on in my pool when I lived in Scottsdale, but I never could. We lost a pine tree out on Cactus Road to a bark beetle infestation. If you people remember, a couple of years back, there was a bark beetle infestation up on the rim, and it killed a whole bunch of pine trees and stuff. So we're getting an estimate on how to treat our pine trees on the property here so that we don't lose any more. They're placing the order for the summer flowers this week. They're going to be pulling out the geraniums, and if anybody wants a geranium or 2 or 3 or 10 or 12, feel free to call either Mike Charles or Garth Lorenz, and they will give them to you. If nobody asks for them, all that's going to happen to the geraniums, they're going to wind up into one of the green dumpsters on the facility. Mike Charles reported that they're also checking the drip systems around the property. There have been some areas where we've had lots and lots of water, and some areas where we haven't had any water. And I was proven wrong by what I said about 6 months ago, that you can't kill lantana. Well, if you don't water it for 6 or 9 months, you can kill it. There's a bunch of dead lantana bushes that are gone from the east side of the building by the parking area. They just never were given water. Nigel Racomas from housekeeping reported that they had hired 3 new members to his team, and they should be through the hiring process pretty soon and be ready to work next week. The Jayhawk Lounge has been repainted and deep cleaned and is ready for use. Now all we have to do is open it up and stock the bar, and we should be all set. And maybe even get some hors d'oeuvres and stuff, and have these get-together meetings that Sue Henderson's going to talk about, I hope. And by the end of this week, all of the residents that have opted to resume their housekeeping services will be caught up. Nigel said that they're going to attempt to follow the schedule for cleaning residence places that they had before we went into the lockdown and before we went into the COVID-19 type thing. So he hopes to follow that schedule. Garth Lorenz reported that the handrail for the butterfly sitting area is currently being built and should be ready to be installed in a week or two. Somebody did a Tiger Woods on the handrail of the butterfly garden and went right over the curb and took out the handrail and part of the sitting area. If you want to go take a look at it, it's still there. It's by the entrance to the Wireridge Health Center on the south side of the building. So they did a pretty good job of taking out the handrail. Somebody must have been going more than 5 miles an hour, and they had to go over the curb and over the sidewalk and everything else. Garth also reported that they've hired a new maintenance tech, and he's currently going through the hiring process. Anna reported in our meeting, she's right here today also, that there's a second stylist and a nail tech for the beauty salon. We don't have a date yet for when they will be there, but that should help alleviate the backlog of people who are trying to get appointments in the beauty salon. Still having problem with dogs, or actually it's not the dogs themselves that's the problem, it's the owners of the dogs that are the problems. They're just not picking up after the animals. I've been here for almost 6 years now, and that problem was here when I got here, and it's still here. Has anybody noticed any increase in your reception on your cell phones lately? I noticed that the Verizon people were out with a cherry picker and stuff, and somebody was doing something to the cell tower that's out back. And I don't know if anybody's had an improvement in anything. I noticed on my cell phone that I now have 3 bars instead of 2, so I don't know what's going on. But nobody's mentioned anything. Mike Charles said that Verizon comes out every month and does maintenance work on the tower, but they were out here for quite a while the other day, so I'm not sure if they did anything worthwhile. Finally, on a personal note, I'd like to thank anybody and everybody who sent me a birthday card. I sure appreciate the well wishes. Thanks, people. And that's basically the report from plant operations.
Okay, and maybe the most important announcement of all, well, at least in my world, is that the April residents meeting will be held in Nuremberg, and we're all going to be there live and in person, and we hope that you can join us there at 1 o'clock at 1:30. See, it's been so long I don't even know the times anymore. And as president of the Residents Association, I've never done a live residents meeting before. So there's a lot to be watching and worrying about before then. So I hope we'll see you there. Thank you for your attention today. And if you have any questions about any of the announcements, feel free to call the respective committee chairman. Thank you.